I'm not with one, but two players from the Buffalo Beauts, and they just happen to be sisters. We were talking offline. I'm all about the sister vibe. I have two sisters. Of course, I am talking of Taylor and Hunter Accursi. Ladies, how are we doing today?
We're doing pretty good.
What was kind of like growing up as a child, and how did hockey play into that?
Honestly, it pretty much was all my childhood. So, like my parents were very, school first, do your homework, and then you could go do whatever it is that you did. And the majority of the time it was hockey. So yeah, I would just come home, do my homework, and then rush out and play like street hockey or road hockey, or honestly, it was like rush to go to the rink and practice or to a game. So that's pretty much what built the foundation for me at like a very young age. It was awesome to be able to have a stick in my hand and be able to go out and just play street hockey with the neighborhood kids. And
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So Hunter, how about you? Obviously you have an older sister that, as she said, just kind of, it was hockey was the thing, but what was it like from your perspective?
I was like a tag along for a long time. It was always my dad's games, my sister's games. I did gymnastics first, and then I wanted to be just like them, so I stopped that and they got me on skates. This one was always in the basement, stick handling, playing mini sticks, whatever. So at a young age too, for me, they put me on skates. I had like a senior stick cut down to a small size and was just in a little dress playing because I wanted to be just like them. So that's how that happened.
Oh, wow.
that in there, she mentioned that she was a tag along at the age of 25, and she's 22. She's still a tag along. Just so clear, we're still there.
I wonder, now that you've found yourself in this leadership position, you've kind of found your stride again in hockey. How do you hope to maintain that? Because that can be a balance that can be a little bit tricky, especially when you're given more responsibility, arguably, as a captain.
It's just having the attitude of being excited to go to the rink. And the Buffalo organization has done a really good job with recruiting players that make it feel like it's like a family, like you're not walking into a room full of strangers or like awkwardness. I know there's a little bit of awkwardness like at the beginning, but um you know I've been fortunate enough to have a good group of girls like all 4 of my seasons, this year including. So yeah, you know, it's just maintaining, that family atmosphere. And if anyone needs anything, that I'm always either a call or a pass away.
I love it. Well, that family atmosphere is probably a lot easier for you, Hunter, than some other players, as Taylor is literally a part of your family. But this is also a very different season than we've ever seen before, certainly in the NWHL. And we're as a worldwide community dealing with a lot. And so I wonder what that process has been like for you, knowing that you're coming onto the professional scene in a very different time, and how you're balancing maybe the expectations that you had versus what the reality is right now.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I was more prepared, weekend games, how I'm going to manage school. I'm a nursing student right now, so that's all online. So this is honestly probably one of the best scenarios that could happen for me. A quick 2 weeks, then I'm still able to work online virtually, play at a professional level. So I'm excited for that. I know 2 weeks playing like almost back to back, it's a lot for like a athlete, but we've been training really hard. We're ready for it. So I'm just excited to get going.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned it will be a lightning quick season in the NWHL bubble. It's going to be at Lake Placid, which is really exciting. Of course, there's a lot of hockey history there, especially for the United States teams, that especially the women's teams do a lot of training there. But I'll start with Hunter and then we'll go to Taylor. When it comes to the ability to have such a concentrated number of games, not only on Twitch again, but then with the potential to play with the Beauts and certainly to have the league on NBC Sports. I mean, how exciting is that for you, Hunter? And then Taylor, will go to you.
It's definitely exciting. It's a great opportunity. I know when we were growing up, women's like sports weren't really broadcasted too much unless it was the Olympics. So it's great to be able to have the opportunity to be broadcasted. We got to get there. So that's something to work hard for, but it's a great opportunity. And for our family that can't be with us in Lake Placid, at least that's awesome for them to be able to turn on the TV and hopefully see us on the big screen.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to explain to your parents what channel to look for on the TV instead of setting up this laptop thing that they, aren't necessarily familiar with a lot. So it's, no, I'm only kidding. Slightly, it's kind of true, but no, it's a great opportunity, and I'm super excited about it.
Excellent. All right, so we'll end our segment here with a little bit of fun. But first, before we do that, I do want to ask you both about the jersey numbers that you will have for the Buffalo Beauts, because they're pretty high up there. I'm just curious where those numbers come from. So Taylor, we'll start with you and then go to Hunter.
For me, it's pretty easy. When I first got on the Beauts, my number was taken. I don't know if it was taken or I needed a fresh start, so I just chose my birth year.
There you go.
And for me, the number I wanted was actually taken. So I went with my birth year as well.
Remember that tag along?
There you go. So
just kidding.
Just kidding, slightly. Awesome. So it'll be easy, even without the age, to differentiate older sister, younger sister on the ice, because birth year is what we're going for in 2021.